No, na. Good evening, students. All right. Now, in today's lecture, we are moving towards the next concept in this chapter. But before we proceed towards that concept, I hope so that each and every student has done the assignment, whichever was given to you people in the previous lecture. And at the same time, if you'll recollect, I had informed in the previous lecture that we were supposed to revise all the four methods of solving simultaneous linear equations. I hope that you people have revised all the four methods, okay? So that henceforth in this particular chapter, you shouldn't face any difficulty. Now, students, today we are moving towards the next concept, the last concept of this particular chapter, which is nothing but the word problems. Word problems based on linear equation in two variables. Now, students, हमने अब तक इस चैप्टर में जितने भी सम सॉल्व किए सब में क्या होता था, we were given two ready-made linear equations in the question, and the question used to say solve the following linear equations, and our duty was to solve it by any of the method or by whichever method was specified in the question and find the values of x and y or the variables which were present in the equation. But now, students, in the word problems, we will not be provided with the two ready-made equations. Instead, students, the question will give us two conditions. We first need to read the conditions properly. Then we need to convert those conditions into linear equations and then solve the linear equations and get the value of the variable. मतलब स्टूडेंट्स यहां पर हमारा काम डबल हो जाएगा. पहले कैसे इक्वेशन दिया होता, हमारा काम था सिर्फ उसको सॉल्व करना एंड गेट द वैल्यूज ऑफ एक्स एंड वाई. लेकिन अब स्टूडेंट्स हमें लीनियर इक्वेशन भी खुद को बनाना है एंड फिर उसे सॉल्व भी खुद ही करना है. But students, I think by now you have become expert in solving linear equation in two variables, maybe by whichever method it is. So hence the reason in the word problems, what I will be doing is I will help you out in understanding the condition and framing the equation after that. But solving part, we are not going to discuss it. Solving part, you will do it on your own as assignment. All right. So are we ready for the word problems? So let us start with the first word problem in this chapter, that is practice set 1.5, question number 1. Now students, this sum carries weightage of 3 marks. I want every one of you to read the question together now. Two numbers differ by 3. The sum of twice the smaller number and thrice the greater number is 90. Find the numbers. Now students, everyone, look at the last statement which has been given to us in the question. What does the last statement say? Find the numbers. Focus on the spelling of numbers. Numbers. So that last letter S is a clear indication that the question here involves more than one number. एक से ज्यादा number है. And to be more precise, in the very first statement of the question, it states two numbers. So it means, students, this question here involves two numbers, out of which one is a smaller number and the other one is a greater number. लेकिन वो smaller number कौन है और वो greater number कौन है? For the time being, we are not aware of it. तो students, in the word problems, जो चीज को हमें ढूंढना है ना, we will assume it with the help of an alphabet or a variable. Now here the question is asking us to find those two numbers, the smaller number and the greater number. So what we will do in the first step is we'll assume the greater number as x and the smaller number as y. So now, as per my assumption, students, the two numbers which the question is asking us to find, that is the greater number and the smaller number. So we have assumed the greater number as x and we have assumed the smaller number as y. Now we need to solve the entire sum and get the values of x and y. Now students, to get the values of x and y, we have been given two conditions in the question. I want every one of you to look at the first condition very carefully. Read the first condition, students. Two numbers differ by 3. Now, students, always remember, in word problems, to frame the equation from the given condition, read the condition part by part and frame the equation part by part. Once again, I repeat, read the condition part by part and frame the equation part by part. मतलब थोड़ा थोड़ा करके condition पढ़ो और थोड़ा थोड़ा करके वैसी equation frame करो. So let us start reading the condition part by part. Now the condition says two numbers. Now students, tell me, as per our assumption, which are the two numbers now? Absolutely correct. The two numbers are x and y. So in place of two numbers, students, let us put x and y. Moving further, now the condition further states differ. Now students, remember, differ stands for subtraction. Differ stands for subtraction. All right, take care. Moving further, by 3. By 3 means, students, equal to 3. So now with this, I get the first equation according to the first condition. I want every one of you to read the first equation, students. X minus y is equal to 3. So I have got my first equation as per the first condition. Students, check whether this equation is present in its basic form. Yes, because alphabet wale present hai on the left hand side and akela number on the right hand side. So we'll number this equation as equation number 1. So I hope so, students, this is very clear. How do we understand the condition and frame the equation as per the given condition? So in the first condition, students, the one thing that you need to remember, that differ word stands for subtraction. Moving towards the second condition. Now I want every one of you to read the second condition. The sum of twice the smaller number and thrice the greater number is 19. So students, let us take the condition part by part and let us frame the equation part by part. Now what the condition says is the sum of, students, SUM, sum stands for addition. Sum stands for addition. Moving further, twice. Twice stands for 2 into. So students, if twice stands for 2 into, can you tell me what will thrice stands for? Very good. 3 into. 4 times will stands for 4 into. 12 times will stand for 12 into. Perfect. Now here since it was given twice, so we have written it as 2 into. Moving further, now 2 into, ये ब्रैकेट में कुछ तो आएगा. अब वो कुछ तो क्या है? The smaller number. Now tell me students, as per our assumption, हमने smaller number क्या लिया है? Very good. Y. तो in that case bracket में जाएगा Y. All right. Moving further. And thrice. So now students, you tell me, जब twice था it was 2 into, तो now thrice will stand for what? Absolutely correct. 3 into. लेकिन वापस 3 के बाजू में ब्रैकेट आया तो मींस ब्रैकेट के अंदर कुछ तो जाएगा. नाउ ब्रैकेट के अंदर कौन जाएगा? The greater number. Now students, tell me as per our assumption, greater number कौन है? X. तो in that case greater number की जगह पे आया X, तो वो ब्रैकेट में गया X. Now moving further, is 19. Now students, is stands for equal to. So here is 19 will become equal to 19. So with this, as per the second condition, we get our second equation, that is 2y plus 3x is equal to 19. But students, while writing the equation, we always write it in alphabetical order. So x or y में we always keep the x term first and the y term later. So let us arrange it accordingly. So we'll write 3x plus 2y equal to 19. Now tell me students, is this equation present in its basic form? Yes, because alphabet wale hai on the left hand side and the constant is on the right hand side. So let us number it as equation number 2. So with this students, we have framed our two linear equation, understanding the two conditions given in the question. All right. I hope so the formation of these two equations is clear to everyone. Right? Acha, in the second condition, students, the things that we need to remember. SUM sum stands for addition. Twice stands for 2 into. Thrice stands for 3 into. And is stands for equal to. So now students, we have got the two equations. Now we need to solve the two equations. Now these two equations, students, you can solve it by any method of your choice. May it be by equating the coefficients, may it be by elimination by substitution, may it be even by Cramer's rule. All right. And after solving it, you will find the values of x and y. Now students, as I've already informed that the solving part, you will be doing it on your own as assignment. So let us just quickly, let us see what do we get the values of x and y as. So now students, if you see after solving it by elimination by equating the coefficients, we have got the value of x as equal to 5 and the value of y as equal to 2. तो now students tell me, x जो हमने assume किया था, x कौन था? Greater number. y जो हमने assume किया था, y कौन था? Smaller number. Means the greater number जो x है, means the greater number is 5. Smaller number जो y है, means the smaller number is 2. So hence the reason I'll write down in the final statement, okay, therefore the required two numbers are 5 and 2. I hope so students. Okay, how do we solve the word problems of linear equation in two variables is quite clear to everyone. So basically, the main focus in word problem should be on understanding the condition and framing the two linear equations. Once you frame the linear equation, then solving part, you are very well aware of it. All right. So now what I wanted to do, students, is quickly, I'm giving you exactly 1 minute. Just write down up till the formation of these two equations for this sum. Dot 2 minutes, students. Your time starts now. Also make sure that in the question, taking the textbook, just mark it. Differ stands for subtraction, sum stands for addition, twice stands for 2 into, thrice stands for 3 into, and is stands for equal to. All right. Stop writing, students. Now moving towards the next sum, students. Practice set 1.5. Main question number 4. A sum carrying weightage of 3 marks. Now students, I want every one of you to read the question. The denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice its numerator. Denominator becomes 12 times the numerator if both the numerator and the denominator are reduced by 6. Find the fraction. Now, students, concentrate on the last statement of the question. The last statement says, find the fraction. I think we are very well aware. What do we mean by fraction? Tell me, students, 7 upon 8. 7 upon 8. Is it a fraction? Yes. 7 upon 8, my students. Can you tell me which number is there in the numerator? 7. Which number is there in the denominator? 8. So the fraction becomes 7 upon 8. It means, students, that a fraction consists of two parts. That is a numerator and a denominator. So if we know what the numerator is, if we know what the denominator is, then surely we can frame the fraction. For example, see if I say that the numerator is 2 and the denominator is 3. Once again, I repeat, the numerator is 2 and the denominator is 3. So students, can you all tell me what would be the fraction? Absolutely correct. 2 upon 3. तो मीन स्टूडेंट फ्रैक्शन के दो पार्ट्स होते हैं, अ न्यूमरेटर एंड अ डिनोमिनेटर. तो इफ यू गेट द न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर, तो you will surely get the fraction. So here basically I'll focus on, instead of finding the fraction, I'll focus on finding the numerator and the denominator. So since I need to find two things, that is a numerator and a denominator, students, so let us assume the numerator of the fraction as x and let the denominator of the fraction be y. Numerator is x and denominator is y. So now students, tell me, if numerator is x and the denominator is y, so what would be the fraction? Very good. The fraction would be x upon y. I hope so till this step it is clear to everyone. Now let us move towards the first condition given to us in the question. Now students, everyone read the first condition. The denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice its numerator. So students, we'll take the condition part by part and frame the equation part by part. The condition says the denominator of a fraction. Now tell me, students, as per our assumption, what is the denominator of the fraction that we have assumed? Y. So instead of denominator of a fraction, we'll write y. Is, students, we have already learned what does is stands for? Equal to. All right. Now the next is 4 more than. 4 more than. Students, more stands for addition. So 4 more than means plus 4. All right. Moving further, twice. Students, we have already learned it. Twice stands for what? 2 into. All right. अभी 2 into आया मतलब ब्रैकेट में कोई तो आएगा. अब ब्रैकेट में कौन आएगा? It's numerator. Now tell me, students, as per our assumption, what we have taken the numerator of the fraction? X. So in that case, in that bracket, we'll have x. So with this, we get the first equation as per the first condition, students. But we'll have to make this equation in its basic, we'll have to bring this equation in its basic form. All right. So now tell me, students, 2x जहां पर है, it is with a positive sign. If it goes on the other side of equal to sign, it will be with a negative sign. Plus y, we are keeping it as it is in its position, equal to 4. Now see, students, whether this equation is there in its basic form. Yes, because alphabet wale is there on the left hand side and the constant is there on the right hand side. So let us number this equation as equation number 1. I hope so. Formation of the first equation from the first condition is clear to everyone. Now let us proceed towards the second condition. A very important condition, students. I want every one of you to read the condition. Denominator becomes 12 times the numerator if both the numerator and the denominator are reduced by 6. Let us take the condition part by part, students. The condition says denominator. As per our assumption, what is the denominator? Y. तो उसके जगह पे डाला y becomes. Students, remember, become stands for equal to. Become stands for equal to. All right. 12 times. Now this we are very well aware, students. 12 times मतलब क्या होगा? Very good. 12 into 12 times what? The numerator. Now students, tell me, as per our assumption, numerator कौन है? X. तो numerator की जगह पर डाला x. Okay. Now further they have mentioned if both the numerator and denominator, मतलब ये condition होने के लिए they are specifying something about the numerator and denominator. Numerator and denominator means they are talking about x and y. But x and y को क्या करना है? They are to be reduced by 6. Now students, reduce मतलब कम करना है. कम करना है तो means subtract करना है. Means this second equation will be possible only when the numerator and the denominator are reduced by 6. मतलब मुझे x में से भी 6 कम करना है, y में से भी 6 कम करना है. Means x minus 6 and y minus 6. So now we, according to the second condition, we get our second equation, students. So now let us start simplifying this equation, keeping y minus 6 as it is. Now this 12, students, is getting multiplied with the bracket, right? The entire bracket. So you tell me, students, 12 into x, क्या देगा? 12x minus 12 into 6 will become 72. Bringing the equation in its basic form, students. 12x is with a positive sign on the right hand side. If it goes on the left hand side, तो क्या हो जाएगा उसका sign? Minus 12x, keeping plus y as it is. Minus 72, right hand side पे, तो we'll keep it as it is. Minus 6, which is there on the left hand side, students. If it goes on the right hand side, so what it will become? Very good, plus 6. All right, take care. So minus 12x plus y, we are keeping it as it is, students. Now tell me, students, minus 72 plus 6 will give us how much? Very good, minus 66. So with this, we get our second equation, students. Check out whether it is present in its basic form. Yes, alphabet value on left hand side and the constant on the right hand side. So we'll number this equation as equation number 2. I hope so, students, the formation of both the equations from the two conditions given in the question is clear to every student, right? Now, students, दो equation मिल गया, तो solving तो हम बाद में करेंगे. But let us see कि after solving, what do we get the answer for x and y? Now, students, see the answer that we get here for x and y. The value of x is 7 and the value of y is 18. Students, x कौन था? Numerator. Y कौन था? Denominator. Means numerator is 7 and the denominator is 18. Numerator 7, denominator 18. Can you all give me the fraction? Absolutely correct. The fraction would be 7 upon 18. I hope so, students. All the steps of this sum is clear to everyone. So again, I'm giving you all exactly 2 minutes. I wanted to copy down up till the formation of the second equation. Dot 2 minutes, students. Your time starts now. 30 seconds more, students. Here, students, kindly make sure that reduced word stands for subtraction and more stands for addition. All right, stop writing, students. Let us proceed towards the next sum now. Okay. Now, the next sum, students, an important sum, an activity based sum, carrying weightage of 3 marks. There is a little bit of concept that we need to understand in this sum. Problem set 1, main question number 7. I want every one of you to read the question. A two-digit number and a number with digits interchanged add up to 143. In the given number, the digit in the units place is 3 more than the digit in the tens place. Then find the original number. Now the activity has been completed. We are just supposed to fill the blank boxes which are there in the question. All right. But students, everybody look at the last statement which has been asked in the question. Find the original number. Focus on the spelling of number. Number. It means the question here is asking us to find only one number. But students, if you look at the first line, that one number is a two-digit number. Now students, we are very well aware कि two-digit numbers किसको बोला जाता है. So let us take an example. I have written a two-digit number on the screen. Can you all tell me which is that two-digit number? Very good, 35. But students, the number is 35. But if somebody will ask you, which are the digits in this number, then what will be your answer? Very good, 3 and 5. Digits are 3 and 5. Number is 35. Digits are 3 and 5 and the number is 35. So now students, if you look at this two-digit number very carefully, 35, here the digit 5 is present in units place and the digit 3 is present in tens place. तो स्टूडेंट्स जो भी डिजिट टेंस प्लेस पे रहता है, हाउ डू वी गेट दैट नंबर 35? जो भी डिजिट टेंस प्लेस पे रहता है, इट गेट्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10. तो इसीलिए 3 गेट्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10. एंड जो भी डिजिट यूनिट्स प्लेस पे रहता है, दैट गेट्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1. तो 5 गेट्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1. टेंस प्लेस वाला गेट्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10. Units place wala gets multiplied by 1. So in that case, students, now if you'll see here, 10 threes will give me how much? 30 plus 5 ones will give us how much? 5. So 30 plus 5 will become how much? 35. So that is how we get a two-digit number 35. So remember, students, in a two-digit number, we require two digits. One which has to be in the units place and the other one which has to be at the tens place. So students, if you look at the first assumption statement that they have written in the question, that is they have written in the solution is, let the digit in the units place is x and the digit in the tens place is y. तो अभी जहां ये 35 दिख रहा है, as per the assumption, उन्होंने 5 के जगह पर x लिया है and 3 के जगह पर y लिया है. तो now students, what will be the number? अभी since x is present in units place, तो it will get multiplied by 1. तो 1 into x तो x ही रहेगा. But since y is present in the tens place, students, tens place wala number gets multiplied by what? 10. So this y will get multiplied by 10. So in that case, in that box, the number would be 10. So the number becomes 10y plus x. Moving further, students. Now see what the question, in the solution, the next step says, the number obtained by interchanging the digits. Now when they say students interchanging, मतलब अदला बदली करनी है, means initially units place पे x है and tens के place पे y है. Now if I interchange the digits, मतलब x आएगा in tens place and y जाएगा in units place. अब अगर y units के place पे गया है students, तो y will get multiplied by 1 only. लेकिन x tens के place पे गया है, तो x will get multiplied by what? Absolutely correct. It will get multiplied by 10 students. So in that case, the number obtained by interchanging the digit is 10x plus y. So now students, moving towards the first condition. The first condition, they have written something that 2-digit number plus the number obtained by interchanging the digits is equal to 143. Now students, जो पहला part है 2-digit number, the answer for that they have already filled it up. That is 10y plus x. So now we need to fill the answer for the number obtained by interchanging the digits. Now number obtained by interchanging the digits. Now students, look in the solution itself. एक line ऊपर. The number obtained by interchanging the digits. क्या दिख रहा है हमें? Absolutely correct. 10x plus y. तो number obtained by interchanging the digits के जगह पे हम लिखते हैं 10x plus y equal to 143 as it is. Now students, let us combine the like terms together. 10x plus 1x will give us how much? 11x. तो x is already there, तो सिर्फ बॉक्स में मैं 11 लिख देता हूं. 10y plus 11y, sorry, 10y plus 1y will give us how much? 11y. तो y already है, तो I'll write it down as 11 is equal to 143. Now students, in this line, 11x plus 11y is equal to 143. I want every one of you to look at the numbers. 11, 11, 143. Now all these three numbers are divisible by which table, students? 11. So to make the equation simpler, in the next step they have divided throughout by 11, means the each term is divided by 11. So now if I divide 11x by 11 students, तो 11 11 will get cancelled. तो बचेगा क्या? सिर्फ x. तो वो उन्होंने लिखा है प्लस साइन एज इट इज. अब 11y को अगर 11 से डिवाइड किया तो 11 11 will get cancel. बचेगा क्या? सिर्फ y. तो वो लिखा है. और अब 143 को अगर 11 से डिवाइड किया तो इन दैट केस स्टूडेंट्स 11 1s are 11 13s are 143. So we get the first equation, that is x plus y is equal to 13. I hope so. अभी तक जो blank boxes हमने fill किया है, it is quite clear to everyone. Moving further, students. Now from the second condition. Second condition, they have already written a line, students. Look at the line very carefully. Digit in units place is equal to the digit in tens place plus 3. Now, students, in the question, in the beginning of the solution itself, digit in units place में देखो हमने कौन सा digit लिया था? X. So that they have already written in the answer as x is equal to. Now they want the digit in the tens place. Students, look at the second line of the solution. What is the digit in the tens place that we have taken? Y. So there we'll put it as y, and plus 3, it is as it is. In the next step, x plus y equal to k is taraf aaya, so it is minus y is equal to 3. So now both the equations are ready, students. That is x plus y equal to 13, the first equation, and x minus y is equal to 3, that is the second equation. Then the next step, students, we are adding equation 1 and 2. Now tell me, students, if we add equations 1 and 2, so while adding, plus y and minus y will get cancelled. X plus x will give us how much, students? 2x, that they have already written. Now adding the constants, 13 plus 3 will give us how much? 16. So we get 2x is equal to 16. So in that case, students, they have already mentioned the value of x. So x will be equal to 16 upon 2. So doing the cancellation, it is 2 1s are 2 8s are. So we get the value of x as 8. Now moving further, we have got the value of one alphabet, that is x. So we'll put this value in any of the equation. So they have put it in the equation number 1. Equation 1, that is x plus y is equal to 13. In that, x के जगह पे they have already written 8. We'll keep that y as it is in the box is equal to 13. So if 8 plus y is equal to 13 students, now tell me, keeping y as it is and 13 as it is, plus 8, if it goes on the other side, it will become minus 8. Keeping y as it is students, 13 minus 8, kitna dega? Absolutely correct. So we get the value of y as 5. So students, now we have got the value of x. What is the value of x? 8. We have got the value of y. What is the value of y? 5. So now students, in the last step, we'll write down the original number. The original number that was 10y plus x. Keeping 10 as it is student, y. What is the value of y that we have got? 5. तो उसके जगह पे 5 लिखा. Now tell me students, 10 5 is how much? 50. Plus as it is x का value they have already written it down as 8. So now tell me students, 50 plus 8 will give us how much? 58. So the original two-digit number which the question here is dealing with is nothing but 58. Now there's a full-fledged 3-mark sum students. I hope so. The concept of this two-digit number is quite clear to everyone. So now what I want you all to do is quickly in the textbook, just fill in all the blank boxes. Dot 1 minute to do so, students. All right, students. Besides the question somewhere in the textbook, or you can also write it down in the notebook, students, just copy down this box explaining the formation of a two-digit number. ये जो 35 वाला box दिख रहा है ना, just copy it down. 1 minute. Quickly hurry up. Done? All right. Okay. Now moving towards the next sum, students. But before we proceed towards the next sum, there's a small concept that we need to understand. And in fact, we'll require that concept in the next word problem. Okay? Let us quickly look at that concept and then we'll proceed towards a word problem based on that concept. Okay. Now, students, supposingly if I say, okay, I'm having 5 notes of rupees 10. 5 रुपए वाले 10 नोट है and 7 notes of rupees 5. 5 rupees वाले 7 notes हैं. 10 rupees वाले 5 notes and 5 rupees वाले 7 notes. So now students, if I'll ask you, what is the total number of notes that you have? 10 rupees wale, there are how many notes? 5. 5 rupees wale, there are how many notes? 7. So the total number of notes will be 5 plus 7. That would be equal to what, students? Absolutely correct. So the total number of notes would be 12. Moving further. Now, if I ask your students, what will be the total amount? Now tell me, students, 10 rupees wale, there are how many notes that I'm having? 5. So if 10 rupees wale I'm having 5 notes, so can you tell me what would be the amount that I'll have? Absolutely correct. 50 rupees. So 10 into 5, which will give me 50. Exactly in the same way, students, 5 rupees wale, I'm having how many notes? 7 notes. So what would be the amount that I'll have? Absolutely correct. 35 rupees. How do I get that? 5 into 7. So students, in that case, the total amount would be 10 fives are, that is 50, plus 5 sevens are, that is 35. So 50 plus 35, the total amount would be 85. So students, when I'm having 5 notes of rupees 10 and 7 notes of rupees 5, so the total amount that I have is rupees 85. I hope so this concept is clear to everyone. Now, based on this concept, let us proceed towards the next sum, an activity-based sum. Problem set 1, main question number 7 ka sum number 3. Let us read the question, students. To find the number of notes that Anushka had, complete the following activity. The first statement says, suppose that Anushka had X notes of rupees 100 and Y notes of rupees 50 each. We'll read the further question later on, students. Now, first tell me, students, according to this first statement in the question, Anushka is having how many notes of rupees 100? X notes of rupees 100. Anushka is having how many notes of rupees 50? Y notes of rupees 50. All right. So based on this assumption, students, first I'll prepare a small table. A table indicating 100 rupees note, 50 rupees note, number of notes, and the amount. Now tell me, students, as per the first statement, अनुष्का के पास 100 rupees वाले कितने notes है? X. तो 100 rupees वाले उसके पास X notes है. Now tell me, as per the first assumption statement, अनुष्का के पास 50 rupees वाले कितने notes है? Y. तो 50 rupees वाले Y notes है. Moving further, tell me, students, if I say कि किसी student के पास 100 rupees वाले दो note है, what will be the amount that the student will be having? Very good, 200. Supposingly किसी के पास 100 rupees वाले 5 notes है, what will be the amount that the student will be having? 500. तो अब अगर किसी के पास 100 rupees वाले X note है, तो what will be the amount that the student will be having? Very good. Both will get multiplied. That is 100x. So students, in this scenario, the total number of notes into the denomination. जैसे यहाँ पर 100 rupees वाले जो नोट थे, 100 rupees वाले, that is the denomination. So number of notes into denomination will give us the answer for the amount. So students, remember, number of notes into denomination gives us the answer for amount. Now tell me, students, coming back to the table, Anushka ke paas 100 rupees wale, how many notes are there? X. So in that case, students, what will be the amount that she'll have? Very good. Both of them will get multiplied. So 100 into X will give us 100X. Now tell me, students, Anushka ke paas 50 rupees wale, how many notes are there? Y. So what will be the amount that she'll be having? Absolutely correct, 50Y. Now students, coming back to the question, let us look at the first table which has been given in the question. It says अनुष्का गॉट ₹2,500. मतलब ये 150 रुपीज के सब नोट्स मिलाने के बाद द टोटल अमाउंट दैट शी हैड was ₹2,500. Now students, look at the table. 100 rupees की वजह से the amount that she is having is 100x. 50 की वजह से the amount that she is having is 50y. But the question is saying total amount. Total means student addition or subtraction. Absolutely correct. Total मतलब add करना है, and they are saying that the total is 2,500. So we get the first equation, students. 100x plus 50y is equal to 2,500. I hope so. The formation of the first equation is clear to each and every student. That's great. Now let us proceed towards the next table which has been given to us in the question. Now students, the first statement in that table says, if Anand would have given her the amount by interchanging the number of notes, interchanging means again adla badli. Tell me students, as per the first box, Anushka के पास 100 rupees वाले कितने notes हैं? X. 50 वाले कितने notes हैं? Y. Now they are asking us to interchange the number of notes. Now if I interchange the number of notes, students, तो now see उसके पास 100 rupees वाले कितने notes है? Y. 50 वाले कितने notes है? X. तो can you all tell me what would be the amount? 100 वाले Y note है, तो amount would be 100Y. 50 वाले X note है, amount would be 50x. So now students, look at the condition which has been given to us very carefully. Anushka would have received, अभी 100 रुपीज की वजह से उसके पास अमाउंट है 100y, 50 की वजह से उसके पास अमाउंट है 50x. तो द टोटल अमाउंट दैट शी इज हैविंग इज टोटल, मतलब दोनों को ऐड करना है, तो द टोटल अमाउंट दैट शी इज हैविंग इज 100y plus 50x. But what they are saying about this total amount? They are saying that this total amount is 500 लेस. स्टूडेंट्स, लेस मींस कम करना है, तो एडिशन और सब्ट्रैक्शन. सब्ट्रैक्शन कितना लेस करना है? 500, तो इट इज -500. बट किससे 500 कम करना है? देन द प्रीवियस अमाउंट. तो स्टूडेंट्स, द प्रीवियस अमाउंट मतलब पहला वाला टेबल देखो, पहले वाले टेबल में व्हाट वाज द टोटल अमाउंट दैट शी वाज हैविंग? 2,500. So here we'll have 2,500. So with this we get the second equation, students. So let us quickly arrange the second equation. तो x टर्म को पहले रखते हैं, तो it will be 50x plus y टर्म को बाद में रखते हैं, तो 100y is equal to 2,500 minus 500 will give us 2,000. So with this we get our second equation, students. Now this equation is there in its basic form, so we'll number it as equation number 2. I hope so. The formation of the two equation is clear to each and every student. Am I right? Now students, quickly what I want you to do is, first, everybody will copy down both the tables. This table that is 100 notes and 50 notes wala, as well as this formula wala, number of notes into denomination is equal to amount. Dot 2 minutes, students, hurry up. Also below that table, write down that equation 100x plus 50y is equal to 2,500. Hurry up, students. All right. Now, students, copy down the table and the two lines below the table. All right. Now, students, after solving this equation, we get the values of x and y. See, what is the value of y that we have got? 10. And the value of x that we have got? 20. But x was the number of notes of rupees 100. मतलब 100 rupees वाले अनुष्का के पास 20 notes हैं. And y was the number of notes for rupees 50. And y का आंसर आया है 10. Means 50 rupees वाले अनुष्का के पास 10 notes हैं. All right. I hope so that how did we frame the two equations in this question is quite clear to each and every student. Now, before we proceed towards the next word problem, students, a quick break of 5 minutes. We'll meet after the break of 5 minutes. All right, students, now let us proceed towards the next word problem. Okay. Problem set 1, main question number 7. Now, there's a sum carrying weightage of 4 marks. I want every one of you to read the second sum. Kantabai bought 1.5 kg tea and 5 kg sugar from a shop. She paid rupees 50 as return fare for rickshaw. Total expense was rupees 700. Then she realized that by ordering online, the goods can be bought with free home delivery at the same price. So next month, she placed the order online for 2 kg tea and 7 kg sugar. She paid rupees 880 for that. Find the rate of tea and sugar per kg. Now, students, focus on the last statement which has been given to us in the question. The question is asking us to find two things. The very first one is rate of tea per kg, means 1 kg tea powder का कितना cost है. So let us assume the rate or the cost of 1 kg of tea be rupees X. So now, as per our assumption, students, the cost of 1 kg of tea is rupees X. Similarly, the second thing that the question is asking is, what is the rate of sugar per kg? It means, students, we need to find the cost of 1 kg of sugar. So let us assume the cost of 1 kg of sugar as rupees Y. So as per the assumption that we have taken, students, cost of 1 kg of tea is rupees X and cost of 1 kg of sugar is rupees Y. So now let us proceed towards the first condition, students. Kantabai bought 1.5 kg of tea. So in the first condition, she has purchased 1.5 kg of tea and 5 kg sugar. 5 kg sugar. She paid rupees 50 as a return fare for rickshaw. तो इसके साथ additional और खर्चा हुआ है of rupees 50. And considering all these three, the total expense was rupees 700. मतलब ये सबका टोटल हुआ है as 700, so it is equal to rupees 700. I hope so. This formation is clear to each and every student. Now, students, listen to me very carefully. Kantabai has purchased 1.5 kg of tea. 1.5 kg of tea. Tell me, students, as per our assumption, what is the cost of 1 kg of tea? It is rupees X. So students, if 1 kg of tea का cost is rupees X, तो 2 kg के लिए it will be 2x. For 3 kg, it will be 3x. For 5 kg, it will be 5x. So for 1.5 kg, it will be 1.5x. So in that case, the cost will be 1.5x. Similarly, students, she has purchased 5 kg of sugar. As per our assumption, students, the cost of 1 kg sugar kitna hai? Y. So for 5 kg, what will be the cost, students? 5y. Perfect. Now this rickshaw cost of 50 rupees will remain as it is. So the total is 700. I hope so. The formation of this equation is clear to every student. Let us simplify it further. Now look at the very first term. 1.5. Now students, this is a mixed fraction. And we are very well aware that how do we go about in solving the mixed fraction? The denominator 2 will get multiplied by 1. So 2 into 1. And this will get added to the numerator, that is plus 1. So 2 ones are 2 plus 1 upon the denominator will remain as it is, that is 2. So now tell me, students, 2 ones are kitna dega? 2 plus 1 upon 2. Now tell me 2 plus 1 kitna hai? 3 upon 2. So now this 1.5, student, it becomes 3 upon 2 and the x will remain as it is. Keeping everything else as it is, student, that is plus 5y, keeping equal to 700 as it is. Now this constant 50 is present here with a plus sign on the left hand side. If it goes on the right hand side, students, it will become minus 50. And 700 minus 50, kitna dega, students? Absolutely correct, 650. Right? Now, students, if you look at this equation, इस equation में एक चीज है जो हमें problem देने का chance दिख रहा है. That is denominator. And what is the denominator? 2. So to get rid of this denominator 2, students, we are going to multiply throughout. Means we are going to multiply each term by what, students? 2. Perfect. So let us multiply throughout by 2. So if I multiply 3 upon 2x by 2, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, students. So क्या बचेगा? 3x plus 5y को if I multiply by 2, तो क्या होगा? 10y is equal to 650 को if I multiply by 2, तो क्या होगा? Perfect, 1300. So now I get my equation. Check with students whether this equation is present in its basic form. Yes, because alphabet wale on left hand side and the constant is on the right hand side. Let us number it as equation number 1. Now moving towards the second condition, students. Then she realized that by ordering online, the goods can be bought with free home delivery at the same price. So in the second condition, what did she do was, so next month, she placed the order online for 2 kg tea. Now students tell me 2 kg tea. 1 kg tea का cost कितना? X. तो 2 kg tea के लिए cost कितना होगा? Absolutely correct. 2x. And means plus 7 kg sugar. Now tell me students, for 1 kg sugar, what is the cost? Rupees y. So for 7 kg sugar, what will be the cost? 7y. Perfect. And ये दोनों को मिला के, the total cost that she has paid is how much? 880. Means this total is equal to 880. Now students, check whether this equation is present in its basic form. Yes, because alphabet wala is on the left hand side and the constant is on the right hand side. So we'll number this equation as equation number 2. I hope so, students. The formation of both the equations is quite clear to everyone. So I'm giving you people exactly 2 minutes again. I want every one of you to copy this down up till the second equation. Your time starts now. 30 seconds more, students. All right. Stop writing, everyone. Now let us proceed towards the next sum, students. Problem set 1, main question number 7, sum number 5. I want every one of you to read the question. In a factory, the ratio of salary of skilled and unskilled worker is 5 is to 3. Total salary of one day of both of them is rupees 720. Find the daily wages of skilled and unskilled workers. Now, students, in this question, again focus on the last statement which has been given to us. The question here is asking us to find two things: daily wages of skilled workers and daily wages of unskilled workers. तो हमें दो चीज ढूंढना है. Now, since we are supposed to find two things, let us assume one as x and the other one as y. So in the first assumption statement, I'll assume let the daily wages of skilled workers be rupees x and the daily wages of unskilled workers be rupees y. So as per my assumption, students, the daily wages of skilled workers is rupees x and the daily wages of unskilled workers is rupees y. Now let us proceed towards the first condition given to us in the question. Now the first condition says, in a factory, the ratio of salary of skilled and unskilled workers is 5 is to 3. Let us consider this condition part by part. The question says, in a factory, the ratio. Now students, in 9th standard, we have learned what do we mean by ratio. Ratio is nothing but something upon something. Numerator upon denominator. तो रेशियो में समथिंग अपॉन समथिंग डालना है. तो न्यूमरेटर में कौन, डिनोमिनेटर में कौन. तो व्हाट दे हैव सेड, रेशियो ऑफ सैलरी ऑफ स्किल्ड वर्कर एंड अपॉन सैलरी ऑफ अनस्किल्ड वर्कर. Can you all tell me, as per our assumption, what is the salary or the wages that we have taken for skilled worker? X. And the wages of unskilled worker? Y. So they are talking about the ratio of X and Y. So in that case, it would be X upon Y. Moving further, is. Now students, you all tell me, what does it stands for? Equal to. Very good. What is the ratio given? 5 is to 3. So that can also be expressed as 5 upon 3. So we get x upon y is equal to 5 upon 3 as per the first condition, students. And we have already learned in a previous lecture that whenever we come across such kind of statement where something upon something is equal to something upon something, in the next step that we need to do is nothing but cross multiplication. So if I cross multiply, students, x into 3 kitna dega? 3x is equal to 5 into y kitna dega? 5y. Now, arranging it in the basic form. So in that case, keeping 3x as it is, 5y positive hai. If it goes on the other side, it will become negative. Idhar kuch nahi hai. So we are left out with 0. Now students, tell me, is this equation present in its basic form? Yes, because alphabet wale are on the left hand side and the constant is on the right hand side. So let us number this equation as equation number 1. I hope so the formation of first equation is clear to everyone. Now let us proceed towards the next condition. Now students, look at the second condition. Second condition says total salary of one day of both of them is rupees 720. Total salary of one day of both of them. Both of them means whom? Skilled worker and unskilled worker. उनका वन डे मीन्स डेली वेज का सैलरी, स्किल्ड वर्कर का डेली वेज का सैलरी इज एक्स अनस्किल्ड वर्कर का डेली वेज का सैलरी इज वाई. वो लोग बोल रहे हैं ये डेली वेज की सैलरी का टोटल. टोटल मीन स्टूडेंट्स एडिशन. तो इट वुड बी x प्लस y. नाउ x प्लस y इज, तो इज स्टैंड्स फॉर इक्वल टू, कितना दिया है टोटल स्टूडेंट्स 720. तो x plus y is equal to 720. This is the second equation that we get as per the second condition. Now students, check whether this equation is present in its basic form. Yes, because alphabet wale present hai on the left hand side and the constant is on the right hand side. So we'll number it as equation number 2. I hope so students. The formation of both the equations with the help of the two condition is clear to everyone. Exactly 2 minutes, students. Quickly copy this down up till the second equation. Done, students? 30 seconds more. All right. Stop writing, students. Okay. Now moving towards the next sum. Practice set 1.5 main question number 2. Okay. Complete the following activity. All right. Now students, look at the activity very carefully. The first part says, I am a rectangle. And we have been given certain measurements in relation to the sides of that rectangle. And if you look at the measurement, it includes two alphabets, X and Y. Now, besides that, the question says, find the values of X and Y. And below that, it also mentions, find my perimeter and area. Means they are saying that we need to find the perimeter and the area of that rectangle. Now, students, tell me, the geometrical figure which has been given to us in this sum is a rectangle. Now, the dimensions of the rectangle is its length and the breadth. And I think we have already learned in our lower standards कि rectangle के opposite sides are always equal. So students, now in this rectangle, these two lines, they represent the length. These two lines, they represent the breadth. So in that case, student, in the rectangle, if the opposite sides are equal, so tell me students, opposite side, can I say these two sides are opposite sides? So if these two sides, the lengths are equal, so in that case, I can say that 2x plus y plus 8 is equal to 4x minus y. Using this statement, students, I will frame the first equation. Now look at it very carefully, students. Bringing all alphabet wale terms on the left hand side and the constants on the right hand side, keeping 2x as it is. Now here 4x is there with a positive sign. If it goes on the left hand side, it will become minus 4x, keeping this plus y as it is. Now on the right hand side, that y is there with a negative sign, minus sign. If it is shifted to the left hand side, it will become plus y. The constant term 8 is there with a positive sign on the left hand side. If it goes on the right hand side, it will become minus 8. Now students, solving it further, 2x minus 4x will give us minus 2x. Y plus y will give us 2y is equal to minus 8. Now look at the numbers in this equation very carefully, students. 2, 2, and 8. So students, to simplify it further, let us divide throughout by 2. We'll divide each term by 2. Now if I divide that minus 2x by 2, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So we are left out with minus x. Plus sign as it is. Now if I divide that 2y by 2, in that case 2 and 2 will get cancelled. We'll be left out with y. Similarly, if we divide minus 8 by 2, so 2 ones are and 2 fours are, so we are left out with minus 4. So with this, I get the first equation, students, which is present in its basic form. So we'll number this equation as equation number 1. I hope so. Formation of first equation ke liye, we had considered that the rectangle opposite sides are equal. That is, the length of the rectangles are equal. Similarly, students, considering the breadth, opposite sides are equal. So in that case, I can also say that the two breadths are equal. So if they are equal, students, so this 2y will become equal to x plus 4. And with the help of this statement, I'll frame the second equation, students. So in that case, students, bringing it in its basic form. Now x is present on the right hand side with a plus sign. If it comes on the left hand side, it will become minus x. Plus 2y as it is equal to keeping 4 as it is. So now students, see whether this equation is present in its basic form. Yes, because alphabet wale are on left hand side and the constant is on the right hand side. So in that case, students, I'll number this equation as equation number 2. Now students, here there is something that we need to learn. Hence the reason for this sum. We'll solve both the equations. Okay. Now everyone look at equation 1 and equation 2. अभी मुझे इनको solve करके x and y का value ढूंढना है. Let us solve it by elimination by equating the coefficient. Elimination by equating the coefficient. Students, what is the first step that it says? Very good. Check whether the equations are present in its basic form, और अगर basic form में है तो number the equation. तो numbering has already been done. That is equation 1 and 2. Let us proceed towards the next step. Second step says select any one alphabet of your choice. So students, यहाँ पे let us do one thing. I'm selecting alphabet X. Okay. Now students, tell me in equation 1, अभी मेरा पूरा focus X पे रहेगा. In equation 1, what is the coefficient of x? X के साथ number क्या है? Ignore the sign. Just tell me the number. 1. ठीक है. Equation 2 में x का number क्या है? X का coefficient क्या है? Perfect. कुछ नहीं है, means 1. तो equation 1 में भी x का coefficient is 1. Equation 2 में भी x का coefficient is 1. तो the coefficients are already equal. तो हमें कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Once the coefficients are equal, students, then we pay attention to their sign. So in that case, students, now if you pay attention to their sign, can you tell me in equation 1, what is the sign of x? Minus. In equation 2, what is the sign of x? Minus. So minus, minus, same sign or different sign? Same sign. तो same sign रहेगा तो addition या subtraction? Subtraction. So next step में we are going to subtract equation number 2 from equation 1. तो students, from के बाद कौन सा equation है? 1. तो we'll write it down first. Then from के पहले कौन सा equation है? 2. तो then we'll write it down below. We are going to subtract both the equations. Subtraction के time पे नीचे वाले equation का signs will get changed. तो tell me students, x का sign क्या है? Minus. Change होगा तो प्लस. y का साइन क्या है? प्लस. चेंज होगा तो माइनस. 4 का साइन क्या है? प्लस. चेंज होगा तो माइनस. ऑल राइट. तो लेट अस सॉल्व इट स्टूडेंट्स. नाउ टेल मी, माइनस x प्लस x विल गेट कैंसिल. नाउ टेल मी स्टूडेंट्स, y minus 2y. y के साथ नंबर कुछ नहीं, मींस इट इज 1. तो इन दैट केस 1y minus 2y. So will give me how much? Minus 1y, that is nothing but minus y, is equal to minus 4 minus 4, minus minus plus करना है तो 4 plus 4 is 8 and बड़े number का sign तो it will be minus 8. So now students, minus and minus will get cancelled, so y will become equal to 8. So we have got the answer for the first alphabet, that is y. So y is equal to 8. Now students, finding the value of the other alphabet, that is x, वो तो एकदम simple है. What are we going to do? Very good. We are going to substitute. We will substitute this value of y in any of the equation. So let us put y is equal to 8 in equation 1. Students, everyone, look at equation number 1. It is minus y. It is minus y plus, sorry, minus x plus y is equal to minus 4. Now students, here y का value कितना मिला है? 8. तो y की जगह पे we'll put 8. तो minus x plus 8 is equal to minus 4. Keeping minus x as it is, keeping minus 4 as it is. Now plus 8, if it goes on other side of equal to sign, it will become minus 4. Keeping minus x as it is, students, now tell me, minus 4 minus 8 will give us how much? Very good, minus 12. So minus minus will get cancelled. So x will be equal to 12. So students, we have got the value of x as well as y. X is equal to 12 and y is equal to 8. So the first question that the question had asked this, find the value of x and y. So we have found out the value of x and y, that is x equal to 12 and y equal to 8. Now, the next question that it has asked is, we need to find the perimeter and the area of that rectangle. Now, students, to find the perimeter and the area of the rectangle, we basically first need to find the length and the breadth of the rectangle. So first, from this values of y and x, we are going to find the length and the breadth of this rectangle. Now, students, the length of the rectangle, that is, either you can take 2x plus y plus 8, or you can take 4x minus y. We'll get one and the same answer. So let us consider any one of them, that is 4x minus y. Now in this, students, we'll substitute the values of x and y that we have already got. So keeping 4 as it is, what is the value of x? 12 minus, what is the value of y? 8. So tell me, students, 4 12s will give us how much? 48 minus 8. 48 minus 8 कितना देगा? 40. So the length of this rectangle is how much, students? 40 units. Kindly make sure, students, that we are also writing the units, since no specific unit has been mentioned in the question, whether it is centimeter or meter. So in that case, we'll just write it down as units, but writing units is mandatory. All right. Moving further, students. Now we have found out the length. Now we need to find the breadth also. Now breadth के लिए we have two measurements there. Either you can take 2y or you can take x plus 4. Let us consider any one of them. So let us consider 2y. So the breadth of the rectangle is 2y, students. Keeping 2 as it is, let us substitute the value of y. What is the value of y that we have got, students? 8. So y के जगह पे डाला 8. So now tell me, students, 2 8 जा कितना? 16. Perfect. So we have got the length and the breadth of the rectangle. So now we can easily find the perimeter and the area of the rectangle. So now, students, tell me, what is the formula to find the perimeter of the rectangle? Very good. It is 2 into length plus breadth. Remember, students, perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. Keeping 2 as it is, what is the length that we have got? 40 units. So 40 likha. Plus, what is the measurement of breadth that we have got? 16 units. So 16 likha. Keeping 2 as it is, 40 plus 16 kitna dega? 56. So 2 into 56 will give us how much, students? Very good, 112 units. So we have got the perimeter of the rectangle as 112 units. Now, what is the other thing that the question is asking us to find, students? Area. Now we know that area of a rectangle, the formula is what? Area of a rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Now, students, tell me, we have already got the length of the rectangle. What is the measurement for the length? 40 units into, what is the measurement for the breadth? 16 units. All right. Now tell me, students, 40 into 16. Kitna dega? 640 square units. So now we have got the perimeter as well as the area of the rectangle. I hope so that whatever steps that we have followed for this particular sum is quite clear to each and every students. Now since students here there was something different, मतलब यहाँ पर x और y का आंसर ढूंढने के बाद we did not stop. हमें लेंथ ढूंढना था, ब्रेथ ढूंढना था, then we need to find the area, then we need to find the perimeter. So since there were various things that we had to find out even after getting the value of x and y, I want every one of you to copy down this sum from start till the end. Okay, first copy down this much, exactly 3 minutes to copy down this much. One more minute, students. All right. Now copy down this portion, students. Exactly 3 minutes. Thirty seconds more, students. All right. Stop writing, students. Okay. Now, students, all the word problems that we have discussed in today's lecture, okay, I think almost all the word problems except for this one, we have copied it down only up till the formation of the two equations. So, as assignment, students, kindly make sure that before attending tomorrow's lecture, you are solving all the sums means the solving of the equation in all the sums, and you get proper value of x and y. Okay. Now, students, listen to the instructions very carefully. You all have attempted algebra test on last Saturday. Okay. And tomorrow you are having your geometry test. Now, students, kindly ensure that whatever test that you are attempting that has started off with algebra, these are your first unit test paper, which you need to consider it very seriously, and you need to put your 100% efforts. And by today end of the day, students, you will also be getting the timetable, okay, for the remaining papers of your first unit test from the respective heads of the center. So kindly ensure that by today end of the day, you are receiving the timetable for the remaining subjects of the first unit test. Okay. And tomorrow, students, the timing remains the same. Initially 2:30 to 4:30, you'll be having your geometry lecture. And then in the evening from 5:15 to 7:15, you'll be having your algebra lecture. But make sure, students, that before attending tomorrow's algebra lecture, whatever assignment has been given to you all for solving of equations, I want each and every student to complete that assignment without fail. Okay. And the link for tomorrow's lecture will be sent to you all by today, end of the day, by the respective heads of your center. That's all for today, students. Thank you very much.